Today we have Savannah Bandanas, Jackson Olson. Super excited to have you and get to know more about you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. How has it been coming to Clemson and the environment and all of that stuff?
It's awesome. Last night was fun. We went around the town a little bit.
Yeah.
Saw some of the bars, the college bars. Felt weird because I'm 27, walking into a college town, college bar area. But yeah, the welcome has been amazing. And yeah, it was really cool to come here in November, obviously.
Yeah.
But this one's a different beast. So
For sure.
yeah, this one is very new for us. So.
Yeah, playing in front of 80,000 people, like, that's going to be insane. And all of the tickets are sold out, too. Like, I was trying to get one, and I couldn't find one anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, they were trying to resell them and everything like that. Like,
Just stay in the stadium until tomorrow, and they can't kick you out.
Yeah, wait.
true.
Just like sit in the seat
Sleepover.
until
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Exactly. Or, like, maybe I'll go home and bring a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then it'll be more comfortable.
How is the field? Like, it's a football field. And
So-
I need to hear your perspective on the fence, because the fence situation is a little crazy, right?
Fence situation is kind of crazy. I'm a lefty hitter, so I'm
Okay.
not going to lie. I like the dimensions of Tampa Bay better because it was to right field. It was like 180 feet.
Gotcha.
This one, it's flipped around. So now left field is short, right field is long. So now I got to either flare a ball left or hit a bomb to the right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Gotta be honest, we kind of snuck in and watched
we
a little
totally
bit of your practice. But the fence that's up there, it doesn't like stop the balls from going out. Like, it was in the seats with people, and I was like, is someone gonna get hit by a ball or something?
You got to bring your glove.
Okay.
Got to bring your glove. Obviously, a foul ball caught by a fan is an out.
Yeah.
A home run is not an out. But still, if you're sitting in that area, you got to bring a glove because
Yeah.
some of the guys are hitting the ball very, very hard, and it's like the net ends at a certain point.
Right.
So you got to be ready.
That's what we were worried about. I was
Well,
like,
and-
someone's definitely gonna get hit in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head on a swivel.
The guy, one of your teammates who's on stilts, he was just like hitting bombs like left and right. And we were like, that's like definitely hitting people.
Well, he's literally already at the height of the fence, basically.
Yeah,
so
literally.
he doesn't really have to hit it very high to get it out.
Yeah.
So
Wait, so a little bit of background about you. How did you become a Savannah Bananas baseball player?
probably the way you would think I became a Savannah Banana. I posted a TikTok and they saw it. Didn't try out, didn't get recruited from my
You got
baseball
recruited
skills.
from TikTok.
Recruited from TikTok, which
Wow.
is, I want to say I'm one of the first people to ever be recruited
I love
to
that.
a sports team from a social media app.
That's
But
cool.
insane.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool. We do have tryouts though. So like
Okay.
the normal way to get on the team is through tryouts.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I posted a couple of videos like hinting at it, and
Okay.
Jesse Cole saw it and was like, we got to do this.
So you played baseball at Stetson before
Yes, and Hartford in
and
Connecticut.
Hartford.
Yep.
How was that? Did you?
It was great. It was great. I wanted to go to Stetson because it was after COVID. So I was like, this is my one chance to play somewhere else, not have to sit out a year.
Right.
And much warmer
Yeah.
in Florida than Connecticut. So,
For sure.
Yeah.
So what's your journey been like with playing pro? Did you ever want to go to the MLB or what's that? What did that look
Yeah,
like?
that was a dream. That was a dream for a lot of us. A lot of us in the Bananas, Party Animals, all the new teams coming in.
Okay.
The reason we're here is because we started out as baseball players.
Okay.
Now we're entertainers, baseball players, but the root of all of it stems from us being traditional baseball players who
Gotcha.
learned how to dance.
That's awesome.
Learned how to dance.
What do you think is an underappreciated piece for the players, you all doing what you do for the Bananas? Like, from the common fan, what's something that you don't think people realize the depth of the baseball player?
Yes. So good example of it. I actually have a tattoo. We all have matching tattoos, the guys who are in this dance. So it's 3-2-2, third inning, second batter, second pitch. We do a choreographed dance. So the middle of the field, the catcher, well, not the catcher, but pitcher, shortstop, second baseman, center fielder. And we're all best friends, which makes it kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all got the tattoos at the same time and everything.
That is so
Oh my
cool.
gosh, that's so
but
cool.
we have to do that dance, like I said, like in the middle of a batter, and we have to remember it from learning it probably an hour and a half before.
Oh,
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Learning that dance, and then we have to be ready for the pitch.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
we'll do the dance next to pitcher's mound, and also have to be ready for the ball to come at us while we're remembering the dance. So
That is so
That's
difficult.
crazy.
that's where I'm like really, when people come in and they're like, oh, this is a bit like Globetrotters of baseball, whatever, and I'm like, no, like this is legit. We're
Right.
worried that like after we do the choreographed dance, we might get killed.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, how do you balance being an athlete while also being an entertainer at the same time? And
Yeah.
I feel like that's so hard.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
So
That's
how
crazy.
did you get started on like TikTok and social media and all that? Like, what made you want to get into it?
So I started posting videos at Hartford
Okay.
before COVID hit, and then I went home and made a bunch of videos with my parents, my mom. People recognized her for a moment more than they recognized me, which I was like, all right, mom, make your own TikTok account. Like, make your own thing. This is my thing now. No, but yeah, just started posting videos about baseball, about life. And I realized pretty quickly, like, my baseball career is going to end soon. So at that point, I thought it was. So I was like, all right, I need to make more lifestyle content. I love The Greatest Showman. I love musicals. I love Taylor Swift. I love all of these food, all these different things. So I started making videos about the other stuff. And now it's become my character with the Bandanas.
Yeah.
So if I didn't start doing that and I was just posting like my highlights, which no one cares about, by the way, like no one cares about your highlight at all. You have to give people a reason to care. So what I started doing is I started making those stories, like a story about my life. I'll post a story about my life and how my dad helped me through when I was like, I do a lot of like when I was 10, 15, 20, and 25. That's how I like split up stories.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the next video I'll post is like me making a play or hitting a home run. So I made people care about my story, and now they care about the cool play or the home run or whatever. And that's how I've kind of built the, I don't want to say like Hannah Montana type thing, but like best of both worlds where I'm like, all right, I'm the social media kid, but I can also play baseball. So like combining those two, and now we see a lot more people coming into the Bandanas, Coach Rack, Tanner Thomas, like those guys are the same character where it's like they're the social media guy, but also they can play baseball. And you have to make people care about the first part first.
For sure.
So
How do you think you learned that lesson? Like, what was the light bulb of like, oh, I need to Hannah Montana this a little bit?
I don't know. I think it was through just posting videos. Like I was posting and posting and posting. All right, what is this leading to? Is this leading to something, or am I just doing this for fun? And then a couple brands started reaching out, and they were like, hey, we want to work with you. And they were small at first, and now they've gotten to the point where I'm like, I could quit Bandanas right now and be fine and be doing this. So now I'm like, okay, baseball's going to end. I need to have the dual personality. If I don't have it, I could be released. They could say, Jackson, you're not good anymore. See ya next year. But if that happens, I have my phone in my hand. Boom.
Do you have
That's
like a strategy to your videos that you make, or is it just like, I'm going to post like whatever I feel, you know?
Basically, I think about like who's watching it on the other side.
Your target audience,
So yeah, almost like, but it's almost, I'm picturing myself watching my own video as a follower.
Gotcha.
So like, I'm like, would I think this is funny or like quirky? I don't know. A lot of it is very, like a lot of what I do is the words on the screen matter so much. The way you say it, the way they have to fit in 3 lines. If they don't fit in 3 lines, no one's watching it.
Right.
First 5 seconds have to be like, ooh, like what's that? Last part has to make you watch it again. Like, it's basically those 3 things.
Gotcha.
So.
Do you have any like advice? Like NIL's getting big for us, and you know we're not really influencers or very big on social media, but like anything that you would tell.
Like any advice on building your personal brand? Because in this world now that we're in with college athletics and NIL, it's getting crazy, and you have to have a brand to get paid.
Well, I look at it like Olivia Dunn, for example. Like obviously she's the top of the top for athletes, and she just retired, but she's the top. And I look at the only reason she's the top. Yeah, she's a great gymnast, but she posts the videos that like people want to watch, and they're like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And I know LSU. I know. Yeah. But yeah, she likes it. But just as an example for people to look at, like I said before, like I was posting my story into a clip or a highlight. Her videos of her doing gymnastics would not do well if she wasn't showing who she was before that.
Right.
And so like anyone can post a clip. But that's my advice. Tell your story, then post what you do on the field, on the court.
Right.
So it's about your story first, about like, it doesn't even have to be like a long, like this is my story. It's just, who are you outside of the sport?
Right.
Then show your sport.
Exactly.
That's
I love that
interesting
so
to hear.
much.
Yeah.
Well, and especially when you think about being an athlete and your identity is your sport.
Right.
But you're saying you're more than that. And that's actually what people want to see and consume. And I think that's a really powerful message too, that you really are selling who you are as a person. And the highlights are cool and you can work those in too, but your sport is just part of it, not the whole thing.
Yeah. Learning who you are off the field is just as important.
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned Livy Dunn because I do gymnastics. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, I take a lot of my advice from her and like trying to build my brand from her. But I
know Clemson, LSU, but I had to give that example because that is the best prime example of it.
No, she
so
is the top earner for NIL.
Yeah.
She's the best example. But that's so interesting that you said like her gymnastics videos weren't getting as many views as her videos that she posted about like her personality and stuff like that. And that's such a good takeaway to hear for other athletes, for sure.
Definitely.
Who's your favorite like dance partner or like person on the team? Like who would you say?
Ryan Cox. So he's our shortstop. I'm second base.
Okay.
We're best friends, so it kind of works in the middle of the field too, communication wise. For dancer though, I don't know. KJ Jackson's a really good dancer.
Okay.
Flash, our designated runner, is a good dancer. And then Maceo, who like teaches us the dances, he's unreal too.
So how is it getting your teammates to get into a TikTok video with you? Like, are there some who are like, no, I'm not doing that, bro? Like,
it was really, really difficult as a college athlete. When I was in college, when NIL wasn't a thing,
Right.
I wasn't making money. To get someone in a video, very difficult. Now it's easy. It's like, it's almost guaranteed we're going to be making content at the field. You just go up to anyone you want.
Yeah,
because video. That's how college sports should be now too, because of
sure.
NIL.
Right.
For sure. Have you seen, when you guys came to Clemson the last time, the Clemson baseball players have kind of taken a lick of your advice and kind of popped off on TikTok, and I see their videos like every day now.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Crazy.
I mean, when we went there, we weren't sure how they were going to react, and now, first of all, they're one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah.
And they're the most viewed team in the country.
Shout out.
Yep.
Shout out Clemson baseball.
Shout out Clemson baseball.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're all doing it.
They are.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, actually.
It's been funny.
I have seen the picture of Jay Dillard coming out on a horse so many times this year.
Legendary.
So, funny story, I actually had to make, this is our first day there, I had to make a video in their locker room of, I think it was like a That's So True, Gracie Abrams.
Yeah.
So I had to do that and like run through their locker room while everyone was sitting down, and I'm like, they're gonna hate this. Like, but they all loved it, and I'm like, if I did this 5 years ago in my locker room, I would have been cut. So,
how did they react to like the TikToks and like you guys coming like first? Because they were like, this is like new to me, like making a dance video. Like, how did you get them to be more comfortable?
So I think it was a combination of us and our entertainment team of like, and also Jesse, basically coming in and saying, guys, be what you want. And Eric Backich, the head coach, he was, if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't have worked because he let his team do that. Not sure a lot of coaches would allow that.
Right, yeah.
But clearly the stats show it from this year, like having fun turns into wins. So
Correct.
yeah. I bet there's a lot of teams out there that are like, oh, Clemson, like the TikTok boys.
Yeah.
Well, the TikTok boys might win the College World Series.
Yeah. The
So-
TikTok boys
Number
are
two in the
number two
country.
in the country. Right?
Yeah.
That's
sure.
insane.
I noticed you have a bandana on. Is that kind of like your thing?
Is that like a signature?
Like your signature thing.
I started doing it 2 years ago. I didn't have a hat that fit me when I started with Bandanas, and I was like, I saw Ryan Cox not wearing anything. He was just like no hat on, and I'm like, let's just see if they say anything. They never said anything, and it's been my kind of go-to. I have like probably 100 different headbands, and I wear them every game.
Which one is your favorite?
There's a splatter one that's like yellow and blue that I wear a lot.
Does anyone any bandana come with like superstitions? Superstitions?
I don't think so. I used to wear one that was like light blue with bananas all over it.
Okay, I think I saw that one from.
Yeah, that's like the main one that I used to wear, and now I'm like, I need to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Throw a little bit in there.
yeah.
Do you have any like game day superstitions at all, like or rituals that you do before games? Because like as much as it is entertainment, like you're still playing a game.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I used to make a TikTok before every game,
Okay.
and last year I realized the first like 20 games, every time I made a TikTok before the game, I had a terrible game.
Oh.
So now I make it like the day before, like on a practice day,
Okay.
and post it during the day. But it's
Gotcha.
a weird thing now where I'm like very nervous to make one because I'm like, oh, I'm
Gotcha.
recording it. Yep, I'm going up for 3. Here we go. I don't know what it is about it, but it's on game day. I feel like it's just a thing where it's like I need to focus myself too
Right.
and get into the mode because, like I said, like we're baseball players first.
Right.
Right.
But yeah,
Have you made any today?
3 today.
Okay.
Because we're not playing today.
Yeah.
So,
Before a game.
yeah, I
There you
made
go.
3.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
What has
cool.
it been like on campus? You've surely seen some of the facilities. You're in Clemson. We know it's unreal, but what do you think of all the different buildings and
Yeah.
what the student athletes have?
It's crazy. I mean, I went to a small school in Connecticut, then a bigger school at Stetson, but even then,
Right.
it's like the facilities are unbelievable. I can't even wrap my head around it. I've never been able to like be in a facility like this.
Right.
So yeah, it's like you said, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's overwhelming, definitely. The locker rooms too. I'm like, we got a tour of one of the Clemson locker rooms, football locker rooms, one of them. And they're like, oh yeah, we only use this for home games. Our other one's
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And I'm like, this is the nicest place I've ever been in my life. You use it 7 times. Like
Yeah.
what? So yeah.
We call it the White House over there, where they have their practice locker room.
Practice locker room.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have a slide in there too.
I was gonna say it smelled a little too good in
Yeah.
the main one. Like, where are the pads? Where are the smelly shoes? But
Right.
yeah.
How has it been like getting a reaction from fans? Like, do you get recognized when you're walking down the street, like in Savannah, or how's that been?
A decent amount.
Okay.
Last night, it was a little more overwhelming where I'm like, oh, okay. Like, this
Really?
is, yeah. When I'm in like big, I don't really put myself in like big, like situations like that, like at a bar, like a massive bar, like the Tiger Town Tavern, I think it's called. Yeah.
Shout out Tiger Town.
Areas like that. And then the place right next to it, I was like, oh, okay. I'm getting kind of looked at. And then a couple people would come up, and then it was like, all right, we're going to go now.
Yeah.
How has that been? Do you get like overwhelmed or like nervous when people come up to you, or like?
Because we're doing it so much after our games and before our games, it is pretty easy now.
Gotcha.
But now it's a thing where like, if I'm at a bar or somewhere that bad things could happen around me, even if I'm not doing anything, I'm like, oh, there might be a phone on me. At a Bananas game, it's like, fine. I'm like, we could do whatever.
Right.
We can make TikToks, whatever. But yeah, I definitely am careful.
Okay.
So yeah.
Are there any like weird things like a fan has asked you, or crazy experiences, or what about
Yeah.
like signs at a game or like stuff like that? Like,
There have been some sign, like 2 years ago, there was an R-rated sign that I can't even say on this, but like I saw it in the stands and I'm like, all right, someone's got to go take that. Tell them to put it down. There are kids here.
you can notice that.
Yeah, I saw it. Well, it was a massive. It was like 3 rows behind the dugout, like this, and
Gotcha.
I was playing third base at the time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
take it down.
Someone from the team.
Somebody go get
Someone come take it down.
Someone go grab that.
Crazy moment though. I signed a prosthetic leg of a guy that literally took it off and tossed it to me.
He took his
Oh my
leg
God.
Took
off.
his leg off.
Like you're on the field.
Hopping. No, this was like after the game in the plaza 2 years ago. And it's pitch black. You can't really see. So like I saw him and I was like,
Oh, did you
and I
catch
signed
it?
Yeah, I caught it and I signed it. And he was over there like, and I threw it back to him and he was like, you're the man.
That's amazing.
Oh my
That is
God.
I'm like,
insane.
that's insane that he could do that.
Yeah.
So
That's insane.
That just shows the amount of like fans,
love.
the
Yeah.
amount of love Savannah
cool.
Bananas gets. That's awesome.
It's really cool.
it's fun. Yeah.
What's the life on the road like? Traveling a lot, playing a lot of games. What's that like?
It's a lot. Not like Major League Baseball where we're not like playing every single day. But the schedule kind of goes like we leave on Thursday, rehearsal day, Friday, play Saturday, Sunday, off day Monday and Tuesday, then practice Wednesday, back at it.
Wow.
So, but a week like this, we have one game, so it's much easier.
Yeah. How is
Right.
like busing with the team and that type of stuff?
It's
too?
fun. We usually end up making videos.
Yeah.
I usually sleep 95% of the time,
Okay.
but
Yeah, that's fair.
a lot of guys usually try to get your rest in then because we don't sleep a lot on the road.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's your sleeping hack on the bus? Because it takes skill to get comfortable.
Yeah,
Literally?
so I need
So
a window, and I have this from TikTok Shop. There's like this really fuzzy set.
TikTok
It's like it's a fuzzy sweatshirt, fuzzy shorts combo, and I just roll them up, and I just sleep.
Perfect.
And I have a
little pillow.
squishmallow
Perfect.
sometimes.
Squishmallow.
I've seen people like teams get the like dog.
I've
Someone would put in
Yes,
the
I've seen
back
that
seat
too.
for
Wait,
their
yeah, the
dog.
dog
I'm like, that's
carrier.
actually genius.
Need
You
'em.
don't.
needed
And then
to
you
do
can
that.
Need those.
Just
I
big ol'
needed that
snooze.
this year. It was so bad. Oh my word. Busing like for 4 hours, like in
Yeah.
the seatbelt, it's like in your back. It's
Ugh,
absolutely the worst.
the worst.
Do you have any like younger fans or advice for younger fans that you would say like who are in baseball and like maybe want to go pro but could consider the Savannah Bananas as another option too?
Yeah, I would say it's funny. I got the opportunity to talk to my idol, Derek Jeter.
Wow.
Got to ask him questions. And the one main one was I asked that question. And he was like, you're going to fail. If you play baseball, you're going to fail so many more times
Yeah.
than you're going to succeed.
Right.
And even then, you can still be successful.
Yeah.
Right.
And he just stopped at that. And I was like, whoa, that's all you need to say. That's all. Like, there's there's nothing that needs to go after that. It's like you're just
Right.
going to fail. But even if you do, you can still be successful. So
Right.
a lot of kids see one thing they do wrong and they're like, I'm done forever.
Yeah.
I didn't get an opportunity to play professional baseball. I'm like, all right, this sucks. For like 2 months, I was like, what am I going to do now? Instead of the next day being like, all right, now what?
Yeah.
Like now what's the next step? I can still be successful. So yeah, don't worry about the one little failure or the 2 or the 3 or the 4. Like you still have a good chance.
Right.
Yeah.
That's such good advice. What about we heard you were drafted to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Can you talk
I was offered a contract
Offered
from
a
them
contract,
after
okay.
the draft, which
Gotcha.
happens a lot. So like if you don't get chosen in the draft, you have an opportunity to sign. So I was playing in the Cape Cod League and
Gotcha.
playing pretty well. They reached out and they were like, we'll give you $5,000 to sign. And at that point, I'm like, yeah. I've never seen $5,000 in my life. I'm a recent college grad.
Right.
Yeah.
I was in probably more debt than I could imagine. And I turned it down because I called my coach from Hartford and he was like, go back for your senior year, graduate, get drafted. And like, if you have a good year, you'll get drafted, whatever.
Yeah.
Next year was COVID. So the draft got shortened by about 90%.
Yeah.
And I was not in that 10% best players. So yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of going back to like banana ball. There's like, I've heard there's like different rules or like different things other than just normal baseball. Can you kind of explain, kind of like the challenges of that or just, just in general the rules?
Yeah. 2-hour time limit. So after 2 hours, done. No walks. If you walk, get 4 balls on you, it's a sprint until every single fielder has to touch the ball before they can tag you out. So it's pretty fun when that happens, not on defense, but when you're the runner, when you're the offensive team. Can't step out of the box. And two of my favorite are fan catch foul ball is an out. And if you bunt, you're ejected from the game.
Bunt.
You can't bunt at all?
If you bunt, they literally throw you out of the game. You're gone.
Wait, what does bunt mean for the non-baseball?
So for the non-baseball player, instead of making a full swing, you just put your bat out and the ball hits it. And then so it's harder for the defense to have to try to go get it.
So they have to run up to the base kind of to grab the ball.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you do that, if you hit the ball like that, you're ejected from the game.
Does everyone know that?
Yeah, because the rules. So you'll see. Well, before every game, they list the rules.
Okay.
So everybody knows. Like, all right, fan catch foul ball, 2-hour time limit, all that.
So how is it playing with like the party animals too?
Yeah.
And traveling. Like, are they a part of the Savannah Bananas?
Aren't there like firefighters?
They're under the umbrella of
Okay.
Banana Ball and Savannah Bananas. So it's not like this other team from across the country that we're like feuding with. It's
Gotcha.
all. I mean, we share locker rooms.
Okay.
We play on the same field in Savannah. So and then there are 2 teams coming in. The firefighters and tailgaters who are starting up in a month, I want to say.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool.
So it's going to be crazy. And then next year, 6. And then who knows? Maybe there's 8, 10. I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's so cool.
But yeah. So.
Very cool.
Yeah, where are all of the places you guys are traveling this year for your world tour?
So we played at Tampa Bay, which was cool, the Buck Stadium.
Right.
Truist, we're playing in 17 MLB stadiums and 3 NFL and then 1 college.
Oh, that's awesome.
Clemson.
Yeah, and I'm most excited for Yankee Stadium. Other
that'd be
than
cool.
this place, I'm
Other
most
than
excited
Clemson.
Yeah.
because I grew up in Connecticut. So
Yeah,
Oh,
that would be
yeah.
awesome.
That's cool.
Like a full circle moment.
yeah.
Sure.
Did you have any like players? I know you mentioned Derek Jeter, but did you have any players that you looked up to growing up?
Yeah, Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, a lot of Yankees guys.
Okay.
Yeah, those two mainly.
Yeah, I went to a Yankees game for the first time last summer, and I was there for an internship in New York, but I took the train and had the whole experience.
Oh yeah.
It is insane. Like, there are so many people there. Everyone's so rowdy. I think there was a fight behind me. Like, I had the best time. And, like, I feel like growing up there and going to those games, like, would make you want to be a baseball player. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like, I wanted to be a baseball player.
100%. I'm not sure we'll have a fight like a Red Sox Yankees fight
Okay.
between the Bananas and Party Animals
Yeah, that's
fans.
probably good.
We're a little more civil, but
Okay.
Yeah.
it'll still be fun. It'll
That's
still be
awesome.
fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Baseball, bananas aside, what do you care about in life? What are your passions? What's important to Jackson?
Family, number 1. 100%. Just like want to see them as much as I possibly can. A lot of family stuff happening right now. My brother just got engaged, which is really
exciting.
cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, sister just had her 2nd child. So
Wow.
got to see him for a little while over Easter.
You're an uncle.
So family, yeah.
Unk.
Yeah. Family number 1. 2, I would just say creativity. I love being creative every single day. That means the most to me. Whether it's making videos, planning videos with teammates, helping other teammates or other people figure out what they want to do.
Right.
Those are my 2. Like family and creativity are like my core. Like that's at my core. So
That's awesome.
Cool.
Do you have any advice for people who are like starting to build their brand right now?
be yourself, because if you're not yourself right now and you gain a bunch of followers and then you're like, oh, wait, that I want to switch up. A lot of people eyes are on me right now. I can't be that fake person anymore. It's going to be way harder
Right.
to create content. And that's the number 1 piece of advice. Like if you go back to my first video I ever made, you might not know if, depending on circumstance, but like you might not know if I made that video yesterday or 5 years ago. 'Cause
Right.
it's all, every video I make is like totally me.
True to yourself.
I've just been doing different things. So
Gotcha.
like, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, that is. What are like some challenges of posting on social media? Like, do you ever run into like creative blocks or like, I don't know, things that like you want to post but you can't, or like stuff like that?
Sometimes, yeah. I got into a block of like I was only posting Bandanas content for a while,
Gotcha.
and then I went to Disney and posted like 5 Disney videos, and it got me out of that funk of like I'm doing the same thing every day. Like I need to switch it up a little bit. So basically, whenever you're in that block, just switch up what you're actually doing in real life, not just trying to switch up your content, because that's going to be impossible
Yeah.
to just
Right.
like, oh, I'm going to switch up what I'm posting. No, move yourself into another area, literally, physically get somewhere else,
Right.
and your creativity will start going again.
I
Yeah.
feel like it could be hard, like doing the same thing every day. Like you're on tour with the Bananas, you're with the guys all the time. So that's like the majority of your content.
Yeah, and the main thing I want to do too is like when I see my page, I don't want 3 yellow jersey TikToks in a row.
Yeah.
Like I don't want someone to go to my page and be like, "Oh, Banana Kid."
Yeah.
I want different. I want to like sometimes I'll put on if we're wearing yellow that day and I'm making a video, I'll wear my white jersey just to like switch it up, because
Yeah.
you don't want people seeing the exact same. That's for any college athlete. You don't want like
Yeah.
your jersey in every single video. But yeah,
No, I understand that. The leotard
The
pictures,
feed.
yeah,
it gets ruined. Like I want people to see that I actually do have a life, like
Yeah.
outside of gymnastics.
Yeah.
Kind of the
Yeah.
reason for this podcast, like going beyond of like what athletes are,
Yeah.
more of about them and their story and who they are.
yeah, definitely. What do you guys want to do after this?
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Well, I have a little bit more time than Eve, but I think, we're both sports communication majors. So definitely want to stay in the sports world. I feel like obviously that's been our whole lives. So, either going to sports broadcasting or reporting, ESPN, something like along those lines. But would just be super happy just to stay in sports. And I play volleyball, so whether it's in that realm or, other sports, but just kind of staying in the athlete zones is kind of my thing. So
Very cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so I graduated with a communications major, and then I'm doing a marketing master's right now. And then because of COVID and I have a redshirt year, I'm taking a 6th year. So I'm going to get a second master's in sports business analytics.
Wow.
So I thought at first with communications that I wanted to do production and wanted to be like a reporter and stuff like that. And then I did an internship with Fox Sports, which I loved, and I had a blast doing. We were covering baseball, actually. So, and we were also doing the USFL and then soccer as well. So I got a bunch of experience in that world. And I figured that I wanted to be a little bit more behind the camera. And so I feel like that's where sports business analytics will come in, and like doing the data analytics of sports. So I can still be in the sports world and be in the entertainment industry, but like kind of have the best of both worlds at the same time.
That's
so
so
I'm,
cool.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's where I want to lead too.
2 masters. I mean, you got a good foot forward. I would say.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
I'm,
ready. You're
I'm
ready.
a grandma basically, but yeah, especially in my sport, gymnastics is not long lived at all. So 23, going to be 24 when I graduate. So I'll be ready, I think, to hit the
Nice.
real world running.
And what's your dream?
I mean, I'm doing it. I'm the old
This is your
one.
dream?
Yeah, I work here. I think I was a student athlete as well. I played basketball, and I did not want to coach and nothing, X's and O's. But I wanted to stay in sport, wanted to be around people. And so this is what I get to do, and just hang out with the student athletes and try to think of the life stuff too. And I think when I was a student athlete, I wasn't thinking about life stuff and never had a healthy season, graduated, had a master's, had no plan, and it all worked out. I'm like, how can I help others maybe not have to rely on luck when they're done?
That's
Right.
cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a volleyball game or gymnastics?
Never. Yes, volleyball game. Yes, gymnastics. I've never been.
That's
never
awesome.
Been to one.
You need to go to
You
a
need to
new
get
to come.
one.
I heard they get pretty crazy. Like,
They do.
Yeah.
We're sold out like
Really?
at Clemson. And this is our 2nd year of the program. So
oh wow.
Yeah.
In basketball.
yeah. We're very new, and the Clemson community has just embraced us completely and like come to every single meet, and like we get recognized going down the street and people come up to us. Like
That's
it's
so cool.
It's very, very cool, and it's very, very fun.
I mean, it's
Especially
like 8,000-9,000
Yeah.
people, families. It's
Wow.
a concert. DJ Shay's doing his thing the entire
is never
time.
stopping.
the music
And
is
there's
so fun.
these humans
That's so
just
cool.
flipping their bodies.
It's
kind of
like ninja, like watching girls be ninjas.
It's so cool.
And Clemson is so good because they built like a $30 million facility for us. And so we
Wow.
have like one of the best facilities in the country as well to start off a program.
Wow.
So
Oh,
it's,
if I could go back, I would come. Here. Oh my gosh, I would go to Clemson.
yeah, that's what I get told. Like, don't ever leave college. Like,
Yeah.
don't. Like, stay in it as long as you can.
Yep.
And once you start working, you'll never stop. So
Yep.
just,
It's just bills over here.
yeah, just
Bills.
bills on the other side. I also wanted to ask you, who is your like dream person to come and watch you guys?
Probably Hugh Jackman, because I'm a huge Greatest Showman fan. So I think that'd be
I
cool.
love that movie.
To like, I wear a red coat sometimes when I come up to bat.
Really?
But, like, if I came out in that and then like he came up instead, that'd be so cool. And
Hugh
then,
Jackman, if you're hearing this.
yeah,
Jackson.
or Taylor
Jackson
Swift.
also.
Or Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Ooh.
Which would be cool. We were just on Sports Center last week, and they asked me, they're like, "Who's one person?" And I'm like, Taylor Swift. I'm like, if
Really?
you're watching this, like,
What's
come
your
to the
favorite
game.
song?
You're
Probably
an
Don't
oldie,
Blame Me.
Don't blame me.
I like Reputation.
an old Swiftie or new?
I would say like after her third album, I started becoming a big one.
Okay.
So,
I think I'm into her more like country album, her old stuff.
the old stuff. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you used her songs for like your walk-up songs?
Yeah. I had a couple of them last year. I had The Greatest Show as my main one, and then Ready for It was like
Oh, that's
the
awesome.
one I used
That's
last
fun.
year. And I do a lot of. I mean, I literally dressed up as her for a walk up one time, which. Yeah. But we've done a lot of videos and a lot of stuff with her.
That's
That's really
awesome.
cool.
So she has to come to a game.
Has to. We'll get you a suite. We'll get. You don't have to interact with any of us. Just as long as you're there.
Just be there.
That would be cool.
Just be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll probably
That'd be
bring
so
in a
cool.
lot of fans too. If people know
Yeah.
she's there.
No one would care about us anymore.
The
Taylor's here.
Yeah.
The Taylor Swift. Jackson, where can people follow you on social media? TikTok, Instagram, Twitter,
Jackson Olson _ on everything.
on everything.
Yeah.
Follow
Awesome.
him. That's all we
I think
have.
That's all we have.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you
thank
so
you
much.
guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you for coming on.
That was awesome.
And good
Awesome.
luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.